Look at you guys. Wow. Hello and welcome to the first ever Ready, Set, Raise. Tonight we are here because we believe in women, but also because we believe women. Before I go too far into what I'm going to tell you about, there's some people that I'd like to thank. The people who made this program possible. Our sponsors, our champion sponsors, Trilogy Equity Partners, who made this entire program happen. Thank you so much. We have Atlas Workbase and Project W out of Davis Wright Tremaine, incredible partners. Our silver sponsors, Bank of America, the Canadian Consul, BDO and Madrona Venture Group, and our in-kind sponsors, the amazing Pacific Science Center. They're hosting us for the second time today. And Spilt Milk Nannies that provided free childcare for all the participants in our program. Please give them. I also want to thank our annual FFA sponsors, Atlas Workbase again, Seattle Bank, UPS, WTIA, Fuel Talent, Uniquely HR, and Business Wire. Thank you so much, everybody, for making this possible. There's also a lot of people, some of you are here tonight, some of you are not here tonight, who made Ready, Set, Raise what it was. And I just want to thank you. There's too many to name, but all of the screeners, all of the mentors, all of the investors that showed up, all of the people who ran workshops for us, my team, Sage, Anita, Jonathan, thank you so much for making the program happen. Let's hear it for them. I'm going to make you clap a lot. So most of you probably know about the Female Founders Alliance, but you know, my dad is here for the first time at one of our events. He flew from Costa Rica, so I'm going to give you the story anyway, so he can hear it. My sister is here too. I won't cry. FFA is a community of founders and CEOs of venture-scale startups who are dedicated to helping each other succeed. Many of you are here tonight. Do you guys want to stand up? Where's our members? Stand up. I can't see you. Where are you? Yeah. I've actually been working so hard that I've lost track of how many members we have. I think we're around 300. I'll find out for you guys and put it in the next newsletter. And FFA was born as an online community about 1.5 years ago when I was out fundraising, or failing to fundraise, for my last company. I started this online group and added some CEOs that I knew because I figured that they could help me in the journey. And we started meeting offline. We started having conversations. We put on a couple of events, got a little bit of media, and all of a sudden, signal. It felt like everybody wanted to be a part of or a supporter of this community that actually did not have shape. It didn't really have a name, didn't have a value proposition. We had no idea what it was that was drawing so many people. So I did what any entrepreneur would do, and I incorporated and started a new company. The Female Founders Alliance is a social purpose corporation incorporated 1 year ago. And since then, we have grown our community 10 times over, maybe a little bit more. Thank you. Thank you. We have added members from all across North America, and we've done this without spending a penny in marketing. And a few months ago, we started to think, we have all of these members, and it's really hard to help them one-on-one, to do everything that we want for each and every one of you. So what can we do to go a little bit deeper with some companies to really help them close those rounds? And that is how Ready, Set, Raise was born. 4 months ago, just under 4 months ago, it was June 1st. It was the first day that Sage and Anita started working with FFA. And we had a day-long strategy session debrief where I just told them everything. And I told them, I want to run a national accelerator for female-founded companies. And I want to do it in September. This is June 1st. And to their credit, they looked at each other and they looked at me and they went, all right. Let's rebrand first. We're like, okay, well, let's launch a new website. And here we are 4 months later, a national accelerator with companies all the way from New York City to Alaska that ended up being more competitive to get into than the Ivy League and got featured by Fast Company and TechCrunch. And if my call went okay this morning, hopefully the Wall Street Journal. But what does it mean? What does it mean to have a female-focused accelerator? Because there's really great accelerators out there, and I participate as a mentor in some of them. And we didn't just want to copy everything that they do and label it for women, and then that's it, right? It's for women and we're done. Because if you keep doing the same things, you're going to keep getting the same results. And so we wanted to design something from the ground up that really addresses the structural challenges that female founders face when they're fundraising. So what did we do? We made it shorter, made it 5 weeks long, and most of that was done remotely. Because I don't know about you guys, but most women I know can't pack up their families and move for 3 months to a different city so that they can attend an accelerator. So we made them come to Seattle for just 1 week, and we offered full-time childcare if they needed it for free for the whole week. Because that's the accelerator that I needed when I was trying and failing to raise capital for my company. I was a new mom at the time. The other thing that we did was we made it for earlier stage companies. These are companies that are getting their first ever round of outside capital. And the reason we did that quite simply is because that is where most female founders are. They're really, really early stage. And we have to go meet them where they are. And that is both a consequence and also an exacerbating factor of the gender gap in venture capital. We just never make it far enough, or most of us don't make it far enough, where we look good enough to Techstars and Y Combinator. We just never make it that far. We can't afford to. In that gender gap in venture capital, only 2% of venture capital is invested in female-founded companies. 2%. You know this figure because I say it every time I get on stage because it's our mission to change those numbers. But let me be honest with you. When I think of the gender gap in venture capital, I actually think about it a little bit differently. I think that when 98% of the capital goes to 50% of the population, that's not just a gender gap. That's a market inefficiency. Economics 101, remember? And when I see a female founder pitch her company, I don't just think, impact investment, donation. I think arbitrage opportunity. And you know why I think that? Because female-founded companies return twice the revenue for every dollar you invest in them compared to male-founded companies. We're just better at managing the money, and we get less of it. That's data from BCG. I could go on and on about why this is a smart thing to do and what FFA is planning for the future, but the truth is that tonight is not about me, and it is not about the Female Founders Alliance. It is about 8 companies that you're about to meet. And I could spend a long time telling you about these amazing women who have become my new friends in a very short period of time. How humble they are, how amazing, how gritty, how much feedback of the really, really tough kind they just sat through for hours and hours on end for the past 5 weeks. And they took all of it with a great attitude, wanting to learn, wanting to be better. I could stand here and tell you about how these companies are solving real problems. And they're thinking about those problems in a different way. But I think that you'll see that for yourselves. I think that you will see that these are the faces of leaders that nobody will see coming. Certainly not their competitors, because we're underestimated, as Arlen Hamilton says. And so without further ado, I'm going to get out of your way and put the highlight where it belongs. Please help me welcome the Ready, Set, Raise class of 2018. Let's hear it for them. Monique, take it away.